One of the really important questions we all should ask ourselves, and I want to ask or answer in this video is why? Why am I doing this video, this series? But also, like, what is the big why for my life? Why am I doing whatever I'm doing at all in my life? And I think that's a very important question to ask ourselves. Why is it important? If you don't ask yourself, then you keep making mistakes. You keep doing self-destructive things. But the people who do ask themselves why, when you research about all the greatest, most successful people, they're all asking themselves, why are we doing this? If I'm not doing what I really should be doing based on whatever, like what makes me happy and what makes me successful, if I'm not doing that, then what's wrong with me? But it's a very difficult question to ask. Because faith is really difficult. I remember this great, there's a movie called The Never-Ending Story. Check it out. And the biggest challenge this character has, okay, and it's supposed to be like, oh my god, this is a really difficult challenge and whatever it is, happens to be simply facing yourself. Facing yourself is really difficult, so that's why people don't ask themselves why. But what saying why to yourself could also be really exciting. A lot of things that can seem difficult, that's kind of like a negative point of view. Why don't you see it as an exciting thing where you ask yourself, why am I doing what I'm doing? And then good stuff can come out of it rather than just being blind and bumping into the same mistakes again and again. So why am I doing this very briefly is because I'm lucky to have been around a lot of wisdom in Islam. I want to share that with you. I want to try to share it with you as honestly as possible. So I'm going to have lots of ups and downs in my life, and I want to show you how I go through that stuff, because I go through lots of ups and downs because I'm a very risky person. How am I risky? I tend not to think too far ahead. I just go with things and my business and everything. The money that comes to me, it comes from nowhere over and over again. So maybe you'll see that. And it will inspire people to live more freely, with less fear and more creativity and more happiness. I'm not always happy. I'm actually I'm very, what's the word, introspective. I'm always looking inside, and when I'm looking inside, there's a lot of sadness as well, because I'm always pushing myself too much and stuff like that. So there are lots of ups and downs, but I think I'm a lot happier than the average person who's so scared to do what they really want to do. A lot more peaceful than most people. I do feel down a bit inside, but that's a good thing. That's just like something telling me well, it's not a good thing. It's kind of like it's somewhere. It's my soul telling me I'm damaging myself to some extent, and we're all damaging ourselves to some extent. So you should all feel a bit of sadness. It's kind of a guide to what's happening inside yourself. Anyway, hope that was useful.